Alright guys, welcome to Llama's Corner. So I was recently asked by the ITHL, or Ice Tilt Hockey League, if I could gather up a group of guys to add a team to their league. There's a cash prize at the end of the season for whoever wins the championship, and while I'm already in LG again this year, I figured why not. Unfortunately, I was unable to get together enough guys to build a team, but jumped at the chance to join an already existing team that had an open spot. I'd never played with these guys before, so I didn't really know what to expect. Obviously, when you don't have that familiarity with guys you're playing with, there's a period where you need time to mesh.
I was not expecting that one.
With that being said, there's things that go beyond not having chemistry together and just boil down to fundamentals. We ended up losing this game 6-3, so now I'm going to break down some of the gameplay here in my first game with the Blue Dragons and talk about some things I noticed that I think could use some work. The first thing I noticed is gap control. Too often, our gaps on defense were just way too loose. When you're in position to do so, you usually want to be about a stick's length away from your assignment. This way, if they get the puck, or if they already have the puck, they're going to have less time and space to make a decision. There were times in this game, several times, where the left defenseman in these clips is a good 10 to 15 feet away from his assignment, and then steps up once they've gained the zone. This allowed several quality scoring chances and made life just way too easy for the opposition. As a defenseman, you want to be there at the blue line to make entry hard for your opponent, not just let them walk right in and then challenge them. Sure, sitting back and then stepping up might set you up for a good hit every once in a while, but it's just way too risky to play defense this way, as it's a high-risk, low-reward way to play. The second thing is forcing the play up the ice instead of having a poised, patient breakout. Going D to D or circling back instead of just going up the ice on the breakout or after face-offs have to be options you consider. If the option is open up ice, sure, take it, but moving the puck horizontally can open up safer options and give your wingers more space up ice to make plays and gain zone entry. Here's a great example of this on the other team's breakout here. You can see they go D to D very smoothly, and it kind of keeps our wingers guessing where the puck is going to go next. At times, it just seemed like we were just moving the puck up regardless of other better options, almost just out of habit. Similarly, and I have a feeling this is going to be the subject in pretty much every Llama's Corner video, is forcing the cross crease. So many people do this. Even with the increased ease with which passes get through bodies this year, it's just not viable to enter the zone and try to throw a cross crease pass through multiple bodies every time. What's worse is our team was making this play over and over when there were other options available at the point, down behind the net, to maintain possession and find that better play. The more time you spend in your opponent's zone, the more desperate they're going to get, and the more likely good options, maybe a cross crease, are going to become available.
Yeah, let's go.
This next tip is for my right wingers out there when playing on the PK. If a defenseman takes a penalty, it's kind of commonly known that the right winger is going to be set up best positionally to play defense off the face-off. Now, if you decide you want your center or left winger to cover for defense in these situations because they're better at defense or they have a more defensive build, then that's fine. But this is something that should be discussed before this situation presents itself, maybe even before the game starts. So in this situation, I took a penalty, our right winger didn't realize he was supposed to be playing D on the PK, and our team had to kind of figure out their responsibilities on the fly. You can guess how that ended.
Who's covering on D?
I'll play D, I'll play D.
So if no discussion is had regarding this situation, the right winger needs to assume that responsibility, and anyone who plays right wing needs to be aware of this. So anyway guys, hopefully you liked this video and maybe even found it helpful. I'll be breaking down the second game we played right after this one in a future video, so stay tuned for that and plenty more ITHL content. This has been Llama's Corner. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.